No watch, no cell phone, no water. It happened in 1999, but the videotape has just become very public recently, uncovered by the New Yorker magazine, and it is now making the internet rounds. It's all on surveillance camera, as we said. We'll just start by taking a look. It was an elevator ride he'll never forget. Nicolas White rode down, stepped outside for a cigarette break, and was returning to his office on the 39th floor when suddenly the car stops. Abruptly. Look. He paces around the elevator like a bug trapped in a box, all caught on the security camera footage. He sounds the alarm, letting it ring and ring, but the building is deserted. It's 11 p.m., a Friday night in October. The 34-year-old production manager had been working late, and now he's trapped alone somewhere between floors 1 and 39. Fighting off claustrophobia, he climbs up, peers into the pitch-black emptiness of the elevator shaft. It's cold, yet he is sweating. He tries to remain calm, lying on the floor. No watch, no cell phone. He has no idea whether it's night or day or how long he's been trapped inside. Hour 14, hour 15. He pries open the door, screams for help. In split-screen footage, you can see 3 other elevators with maintenance workers occasionally fixing this and that, somehow never wondering about car number 30 or the man inside. Hour 30. Thirsty, confused, he grows angry. Then he gives up, lying around in a delirium for hours at a time. And then, Sunday afternoon at 4, after 41 hours, a voice on the intercom. Is someone in there? Help had finally found him, ending the longest smoke break of his life. Oh my gosh. And joining us exclusively to tell his story is the man trapped inside that elevator, Nicolas White, and it's good to have you with us.
Good morning, thank you.
Do you take elevators anymore?
I do.
You do? Do you think about it every time?
Yes, I have to.
I can only imagine now. Let me reinforce again. No phone, no watch. You have no idea how much time is passing?
No, I don't. No, I don't. That might have helped me along, but I had no clue whether it was day or night.
Did you think at any point in all of this, what, it's Friday night, we're heading into a weekend, this could go on forever? That this could be the end for me? Did you think that?
After a certain period of time, I knew that I was in pretty big trouble because it was the weekend. They were doing renovations, and
What, you thought you might die of dehydration?
yes, that was foremost.
Was that the hardest part? Nothing to drink?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
You had Rolaids.
I had.
You didn't eat them?
That's right. That's right. Rolaids aren't a very good meal, but yeah. The water part was the thing that bugged me the most. Besides the confines and the cold and the very bright lights.
Yeah.
Within the elevator.
Well, I saw that you had communication because they finally said, is anybody in there? But you couldn't call out, right? This wasn't...
No, I couldn't. I had the bell going the whole time, which was another factor that was disturbing.
Well, you tried to ring the alarm?
Sure.
But it was deafening?
Constantly, yeah. Sure, and then you could pull it out. It would be... The ringing of the bell would be constant until I had to switch it off for a bit, but then I'd be annoyed with myself for switching off the alarm in case someone did walk by the other side of that cinder block wall, for 2 minutes or whatever, and I had it off, so the bell was...
And again, it's very cold, but you're sweating, just anxiety?
I guess.
And okay, everybody has wondered where do I go here? Nature calls. What do you do when nature calls?
Very, very popular question. I was able to open the doors and relieve myself down the shaft, and at one point I even had an idea that perhaps that could be some sort of signal below. Why is the elevator leaking? But you'd have to be a pretty good shot, 13 floors down.
Was there anybody who might have missed you? I keep thinking, wasn't there somebody you were working with upstairs in your office?
Sure. It was late on a Friday. There weren't that many people, but and it wasn't normal for me to just disappear. But I think it would have been kind of a stretch for someone to immediately pick up the phone and take it.
In fact, there was a young woman who left you a note, a sort of...
A person did leave me a note of all the problems that occurred while I was playing hooky from the job.
She felt pretty bad afterwards, I bet.
I hope not. my husband.
Yeah, you had a good story. At least you had a good excuse, better than the dog ate my homework on that one. Do you still have the wallet that you had? Because you said that you used a wallet to shield your eyes from the blinding light all the time, but it was drenched with sweat?
Yeah, yes it was. I saw it recently when I was going through some old things, and I've kept it, and yeah, it looks like it was dropped in the ocean and dried in the sun, and my clothes were stained from the sweat, which I don't really remember sweating in the elevator, but obviously I was.
Well, again, some of this is truly terrifying, and I read that you are not a religious person particularly, but you prayed just in case.
Yeah, at one moment, I have to admit, I did say, look for some look for some help from maybe a higher authority than what was available to me.
When the voice came, could you believe it? When the voice came saying, "Is anybody there?" Could you believe it?
Sure. I mean, that was amazing, and I wasn't really asleep, but I was half awake. I heard the voice, and it was a nice, pleasant voice. But then he had to confirm that I wasn't a burglar, or why I was there, and did I actually work there, which was a conversation that began to annoy me. Please just get me out of here.
Well, I should tell everybody, I know there was a settlement in this case a while back, but I think people are still surprised that you get in elevators. You don't have post-traumatic stress every time you walk in?
I did for a while, but living in Manhattan, and I would be really like limiting my life quite drastically.
Or you'd have very, very big thigh muscles from climbing the stairs 43 floors every time.
Which is why this video is a big deal, I guess, because
everybody has been there and wondered and thought about it. Well, again, thanks for being with us this morning. It is an incredible thing to see up there, and you can see the full video of Nicholas's ordeal at abcnews.com.